Hello dear student, I am Rajwan Singh from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Today I will explain the chapter 5 in geography, our atmosphere. So let's start. Atmosphere. My dear student, we will know what is atmosphere. Our planet Earth is surrounded by a thick blanket of air held by its gravitational force. We call this its atmosphere. It consists of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon and other in varying proportion. We are all about near these gases. Though some other planets also have atmosphere, the Earth's atmosphere is unique as it contains gases with the life-sustaining properties. For instance, the oxygen present in the atmosphere is essential. In the atmosphere, the oxygen is present. It is very essential for us. It is very essential for our life. The oxygen present in the atmosphere is essential for our survival of all living organisms. The Earth's atmosphere is positioned between the Earth and the Sun. This position is between the Earth and the Sun. It acts as a sort of filter for the rays of the Sun that reach us, thus making life possible on Earth. It makes our life possible on the Earth. And the next topic, composition of air. What is composition of air? We have to know about the composition of air. The atmosphere contains a number of gases comprising nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, and certain other gases in smaller proportions such as argon 0.93%, carbon dioxide 0.03%, neon, helium, krypton, xenon, hydrogen and ozone, etc. These are the gases always present in the atmosphere. A substantial amount of water vapor is also found in the air in the atmosphere through evaporation of water in the oceans, lakes and rivers. Its quantity varies due to the phenomena of evaporation and condensation. The atmosphere of the Earth also contains particles of dust, dirt, salt, plant, pollen, bacteria and even soot from fires. Up to about 80 km from the Earth's surface, the composition of the atmosphere remains the same. The composition of atmosphere remains the same in this criteria. The atmosphere mainly comprises light gases like hydrogen and helium above 800 km. Significance of the atmosphere. What is significance of the atmosphere? The atmosphere plays a crucial role in sustaining different forms of life on the Earth. The main advantages of the atmosphere are briefly discussed below. First, oxygen is one of the most important components of the atmosphere which helps to sustain life on the earth as well as aids in combustion of fuels. Nitrogen is crucial and necessary for the growth of plants. It is also used to produce various compounds which are useful to man in a variety of ways. Carbon dioxide is absorbed by plants which use it to make food through the process of photosynthesis. The plants made their food by the process of photosynthesis in the presence of carbon dioxide. It also controls the Earth's temperature by absorbing the heat radiated from the surface and keeps the Earth warm, which is referred to as the greenhouse effect. It is called the greenhouse effect. And the next point, ozone, a gas which is present in a very small proportion in the upper atmosphere, absorbs most of the harmful ultraviolet radiation of the sun, thus protecting and shielding life on the earth. Water vapor helps to keep the earth warm and also sustains life through the hydrological cycle. By this cycle, the life becomes easy. The dust particles which are present in the lower atmosphere act as condensation. Nuclei around which the evaporated moisture in the air condenses, leading to cloud formation. Thus, it plays an important role in causing precipitation in our life. The atmosphere acts as a protective shield. It is used as a protective shield, guarding the earth against falling meteorites that mostly burn out when they enter the atmosphere. And my dear student, and this is very important point, I am going to explain. Sound waves are able to travel due to the presence of air. Hence, we are able to hear each other. If there is no air in the atmosphere, then we cannot hear anyone's sound. This is very compulsory to hear that there should be air in our atmosphere. Radio waves are reflected back to the atmosphere, which enables satellite communication. Structure of the atmosphere. We will discuss about the structure of the atmosphere. The atmosphere extends upwards to a height of 1600 kilometers and gradually thins out into space. As the earth moves round the sun, its atmosphere moves along this. Since the earth's gravitational pull is greatest near the surface of the earth, The atmosphere is densest in the lower layers, and as we go higher, it becomes thinner. As the distance becomes higher, it becomes thinner or rarefied, finally merging with outer space. The atmosphere has are 5 layers that you know very well, which separate the earth from the extreme and inhospitable climate of the space. Troposphere, the layer closest to the earth. The troposphere is a region of rising and falling air extending up to a height of 13 km at the equator and 8 km at the poles. A mixture of various gases in different proportions. The troposphere is the layer of air closest to the ground in which all life like fog, rainfall, lightning, cloud formations, snowfall, thunder, storms, etc. also take place in this layer, troposphere. The troposphere is the densest layer of the atmosphere in which 75% of atmospheric mass is concentrated, and the air pressure drops with increasing altitude. The temperature in this layer drops uniformly at the rate of 1 degree centigrade for every 165 meter of altitude, which is known as the normal lapse rate. This is known as the normal lapse rate. It absorbs the maximum amount of heat radiated from the surface of the earth and keeps the earth warm at night. The troposphere acts as a boundary. It acts as a boundary separating the troposphere from the stratosphere, wherein the temperature stops decreasing. Ultraviolet rays can cause sunburns, various skin and eye diseases, and even cancer. The ultraviolet rays are very dangerous for human life, and our ozone layer protects us from ultraviolet rays of the sun. In the lower part of the stratosphere, up to an altitude of 20 km, the temperature remains fairly constant, while in the upper part there is an increase in the temperature due to increased absorption of ultraviolet radiation by the ozone layer. That's all for today, and we will meet in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.